Hey everybody, so I did not do a vlog this past weekend because it was Daniel's birthday, and I told him that I wouldn't pester him with vlogs in honor of his birthday, so I held off until Monday. The exciting thing is, as one of his gifts, his father gave him a whole bunch of vintage board game boards. There's no pawns or pieces to them, they're just the boards. But they all have great artwork and great color, and I'm gonna figure out a way to hang them in our game room. So that's what we're doing in this video. So I know what you're gonna say, these board games are not great games and they do not reflect my personal gaming style. However, I love vintage stuff. Although these games maybe don't reflect what board gaming is today, they do reflect a really cool aspect of like our styling. We always have a lot of antique, saved things from our relatives all through our house. So it's really exciting to have these old board games that were saved from Daniel's grandmother's attic. Now we can add them to our board game room and have them there as a really cool decor piece. I do have these glass frames, but I only have about 4 of them anyway, so it wouldn't be enough to frame the whole collection cohesively. And because these are in such rough shape, no one really looked out for them and all the pieces are missing and it's nothing collectible. So I think what I'm gonna do is do a combination of I don't have hot glue. The way that I decided to hang the boards was by gluing a piece of foam core along the back. I also strung framing wire around that foam core, and then I attached it with ATG, which is like a super sticky double-sided tape, and then gluing it, and then I pressed it with a book on the back overnight so that it would have a really good bond. This is not necessarily the best tutorial. I would say a lot of the supplies I have are left over from when I was in art school and I worked at a framing store. So I have a lot of products that maybe aren't readily available to everybody. The ATG tape is something that you can't really find at a craft store. However, you can find them at art supply stores, so that's where I'd recommend if you would like something like that. You could use hot glue or just a really strong sticky tape in lieu of the products that I have, especially if you're not concerned about conserving the actual board games. If you just want to hang them in a secure way and you're not really worried about them, you know, falling apart later on, a couple years later, then just use the craft supplies that you have on hand and give your materials a decent amount of time to really glue and bond to one another, and you should be fine. Good morning everybody, it's the next day and the board games have been drying overnight. I looked at some of the footage from yesterday and I realized I was giving off some really strong quarantine vibes, so I tried to look a little bit nicer today for you. So the board games have dried and I am going to hang them up on the wall and we'll see how everything looks and how it all turned out. After a lot of consideration, Daniel and I figured out we really like the boat where it is. It looks the best in the middle of the room and we both just like the boat. So we're gonna keep the boat right there and we're gonna arrange the boards on this side of it to start and see how it goes, see how it looks. And we're gonna do a collage. So we're gonna have like nice even spacing between each board. It's gonna be a little tricky, we'll see how it goes. The trick to doing this is using a little hanging aid a tool here. This is something that I picked up when I worked at a frame shop. My boss, Doug, handed these out to all of his customers, and all it is a paint stick, like a stirrer stick, with a screw stuck in it, and you just have a little bit of the screw sticking out the back. And I will show you how it works. Okay, guys. All right. I've been working on this for way too long. I can't say that I'm completely settled on how they turned out. I like how they turned out. I just can't decide on how to hang them. That's the problem. I'm not sure exactly what pattern to put them in and what groupings to do. But the important thing is they're all mounted and ready to go, and I can hang them up whenever I feel like and change things around if we want to. So that's really cool. And I love the character that they bring to our board game room. I think they're just super cool. So all in all, I'm really excited with how they turned out. I just have to, I don't know, play with the spacing a little bit, maybe the formation. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like how this looks? Or should we try something different? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope that it inspires you to do something really fun and unique in your board game room. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys are doing well. Please take care, and I'll see you in the next one.